Today's topic, I thought we would do something a little bit different to that. There's often a lot of talk about privilege, who's got the best privilege, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought we'd make a tier ranking list, ranking the best to worst privileges in the world.
Okay.
Now, if you guys want to play along or make your own tier ranking of this, I'll put a link in the description since I took some time to make it. So here's how I kind of set it up. I said S tier, which is recruit difficulty, okay? This honestly just makes life so much easier, okay? Then we got easy mode, which is A tier, B tier, which is normal mode, C tier, which is hard mode, and then D tier, which is impossible mode, okay?
Well, your colors are all fucked up.
Why is that?
Well, because impossible mode, I would put it on red, not green. But whatever.
Hey, listen, you know what? You're right.
I'm just saying.
You're right. You are 100% correct.
But that's how we're going to do it.
This is my first tier ranking, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, cool.
You did good.
I don't know. You wait till I see the photos. Wait till you see the photos.
No. You got this look. I know this look.
All right. Before any of you get triggered, you don't know my life. Like, how are you gonna just say it's easier? I'm not saying it's easier or hard. You may be a white person who grew up in a trailer. Like, I don't know. Maybe who knows? I don't know your life. I'm just saying, on the essence of being just this one thing, does it make it easier or harder? That's it. And there's some disabled people who are living their best lives. So it's like it varies. But I rank it like this. If I had to choose between A or B, which one would I choose and why? If I choose this one because I feel like it would give me a leg up in some ways, then I rank it higher. It's easier, right? That's it. Disabled privilege.
Oh, green.
Green? Impossible mode?
That's hard. And I'm not saying that. There's a lot of people some people that have disabilities that they thrive and they do this shit. They do everything they got to do and nothing can stop them. They're all the way up. But
I mean,
in terms of, well, they're all the way sitting down. But they like makes me think of this.
Your tattoos are fucking sick. That's like sick. The dyed hair is sick. You have like a very like Greek goddess type face. Like it's sick.
But your legs sick. Your legs sick.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Joke made me. Anyways, but yeah, it's hard. It's harder. Like, you're going to live your life, la, 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 la. But the minute that someone doesn't think about, oh, yeah, stairs, you're fucked. You can't go in that restaurant or some shit like that. Someone has to carry. Yeah. I put it on impossible.
All right. We both agree on impossible mode? All right. Black privilege. Well, I got a photo of Rachel Dolezal.
No, that's transracial. Transracial.
I mean, she was black for many, many years with her curly hair. Where are you putting Rachel Dolezal?
And the black, C.
C? Hard mode?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it's on par with transness?
The black thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, C.
C?
Yeah.
Why are you putting it at C?
Because I'd rather be black and have able body than white and disabled. That's my way of thinking. I could be white. I'm like fucking, what's his name? The scientist.
Stephen Hawking?
I'm still good.
If you'd have asked me this question 40 years ago, I would have agreed with you. Today, with upward mobility and options, I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm saying it's a lot easier.
I'd rather be black.
Yeah, I agree. So that's why I put it at normal mode. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's absolutely terrible. I think most days it's pretty decent.
What, be black?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely got some sides too.
I'm mad at you.
If I had to choose between being trans and being black.
Black.
Light skin privilege. I had a Sammy Sosa picture. Where you put light skin privilege?
Light skin. Easy mode.
Easy mode? A tier?
A tier.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not saying that you don't face anything, but A tier. People view some, you're exotic. You know what I mean? They view some way. Yeah, it's a bitch because your people don't necessarily consider you your people. White people don't consider you your people because now you're not. But all in all, I believe that you still got some pretty good privileges. So, and the way the beauty standards work.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty ugly light-skinned people pass as pretty just because of the color of their skin. That's how they would say in the society.
Yeah, I mean, you got places where skin bleaching is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Where people are desperately trying that because it comes with privileges.
Exactly.
Oh, you got that good skin. You got that fair skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might know Drake. Things like that.
Easy mode.
Yeah.
Easy mode.
Yeah. I want to know Drake.
I know people are not going to be happy. I'm a fan. I don't care. Make your own tier.
Okay. 2021, big booty privilege. Where you putting that?
Oh.
I'm going S.
Yeah.
I'm going S.
Yeah.
You can be as fit as you want, girl. If you got that booty, though.
If you got that booty.
Get on IG, get that money.
It doesn't even matter if you fit or not.
Yeah.
If you got a booty.
That nice booty.
It's a beauty. It's not her booty. It's not her beauty.
That could change everything.
It's a booty.
From rags to riches.
Yep.
Yes, from booty shorts to...
The booty shorts.
Speaking of financial privilege,
Yeah.
financial privilege.
Easy.
I put an S tier. Recruit difficulty.
It's, yeah. Agreed.
Bruh, just a bunch of stresses I don't even think about.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know what it's like to
Agreed.
have debt?
Agreed.
Poor?
I've not known.
I know
what it is.
Y'all watching? Listen,
I
we
know
were
what it
there.
is.
We were there.
Yo, I know what it is to be
Maybe
broke,
a year
bro.
ago. You know, now.
Yo, no.
I know.
No. Getting money, just when you see people starting to get money, you see the way they're thinking change.
Yo.
They really are very much more.
Yeah.
Not me, but most people are very much more right leaning.
I went
100%.
from Democrat to Republican, on one paycheck. I said, the government's taking how much? Huh? Who needs healthcare, nigga?
That's what I'm saying. This should change a lot. So you put it at S tier.
S tier.
Yeah, but money's not everything.
No.
It's not. But it's a lot.
It's 90%.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, well, rich people commit suicide. Yeah, and poor people do
commit
way more.
You
just don't hear about it because they're poor. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. So don't act like people,
All right, here we go. Beauty privilege.
S.
S.
Let's go.
S.
If there was a W on top of S, I would put it. Like, you see how it finishes here?
Okay.
I'll put it here.
Well, how about this? We can put it towards the top. So you can do the order by which you think is best, even among S privileges. I put money before
money,
and then
beauty,
yeah,
booty, tranny. You can't say this. I know.
I'm leaving that in. Good luck. 2-parent household privilege. Me personally, I'm putting that on A.
I put it down because
I wouldn't put it on S for one reason. You could have some shitty parents.
Yeah, you could have some pretty shitty parents.
But even by the numbers, the advantages of having two parents far outweigh.
I agree.
Gay, straight, don't matter.
I agree.
I put at 8.
I agree.
Yeah, all the single parent household. My mom was no, she wasn't. She was your mom, and she was a very great mom, but she wasn't both. Dark skin privilege.
Put that at C. Because it's not the worst thing, but it's not great.
In Brazil, they don't even allow dark-skinned people on television.
Listen, there was a queen for the carnival in Rio one year, and she was dark-skinned. They lost their shit.
Yeah.
They lost their mind.
Yeah. Geographical privilege, meaning where you were born. Your passport.
That's A.
I go a step above. I'm going to put an S tier.
Actually, I can understand.
Because if you're born in a country
that can make the whole difference.
Where there's welfare, there's social...
That can make the whole difference.
And you can travel. Bro, I got family in different countries who have the shitty passports. They can't go anywhere without getting extra visas and going through a bunch of procedures. Yep. People don't recognize the privilege of having access to an American or a Canadian.
No, I agree.
Until they travel to places.
And even some of my cousins in the States.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I wish we was raised in Canada sometime.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be in the trouble that we would be now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Let's go with that. Because trust me, I'd rather have this above a lot of stuff. All right, white privilege. Where are you putting white privilege? I'm putting it at A tier. A tier. And my reason for putting it at A tier is for as long as I've grown up, whiteness has kind of been the default. As great as being the default is in most places, and as great as the perception of whiteness is, when you travel to other countries, when you go to Asia, how they view you and they worship white folks a lot.
Not even low S?
Not even low S, because here's the thing.
I would put that low S.
If you ask me, just me personally, would you rather be a handsome black man or an ugly white person? I'm choosing handsome black man.
Well, I'm already a handsome black man, so.
If you'd rather be a rich minority or a poor white person?
Rich minority. A tier.
You want to be in a great country as a minority with a great passport, or in a shitty white country where they got shitty passports?
You made your point.
Right? So my thing is more so
low A, high A?
Mid A.
Mid A.
I still put being in great shape above it. I probably put I remember what was on tier rank. Up mid to high.
Mid.
To high. Yeah.
Mid.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
You'd rather be dark skinned or a white person. It's like, here's the thing. I'm not saying
love
what
my
do
dark
you
skin,
want
though.
to be. It's more so like which one do you think is going to lead to better outcomes.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
it.
a question of me. It's a question of
Yeah.
what's
I'm
the
good with what I am.
perception. I'm good with what I am.
But if you ask me objectively,
I'm still good with what I am.
so that's why I probably put it there. I think white privilege, everyone always talks about that one, but I'm like, yo, there's a bunch of other ones I would pick. Being able-bodied,
Able-bodied.
that's S tier.
S tier.
S tier. Able-bodied, S tier,
tier.
straight to the top.
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
way up.
The able-bodied is not even it's S or D.
Yes. Able-bodied is top tier, in my opinion. What else is there?
Yeah, you could achieve a whole bunch of shit being disabled. I understand that, but
It's top tier. Top tier. Ask a bunch of people with all the money in the world. Would they choose all the money in the world or lose both their legs? If you have to even think about it, it's S tier. Do you feel what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Another one, yeah, there's a whole bunch of ones that I think are way better. So I just think there's such a focus on whiteness, but that's just me personally. Okay, here's a controversial one. IQ privilege.
I'm gonna put it at S. I'm gonna tell you why. Taking consideration that your IQ, I mean like academic, you ace it. That's a big part of your childhood. And because it's a big part of your childhood, it's a big part of how you build your self-esteem. And if you ace every test you got and you're doing good, you have more chances. Now, I know it can come with some pressure. That's not what I'm talking about. You have more chances. It could still be shitty because your parents, they put a whole lot of pressure on you. But technically, if all of that and you make it after college because of your IQ and you're having a better job, it comes with other privileges automatically. So I would actually put it in S tier.
I agree. I agree with you on that assessment. And for maybe for different reasons. One of the biggest predictors of success in life is IQ.
And I would put IQ.
In terms of like upward mobility and stuff, IQ is one of the biggest. That along with like conscientiousness. But yeah, you know, people with low IQ, the outlook on life is not great.
Nope.
You know, it's akin to being disabled in some situations. And I know people don't like hearing that, but I'm talking about pretty low IQ. Most of you don't fall in that.
But then again, I would actually put IQ higher than money. Because most of the time, if you have IQ, it doesn't automatically come with money, but you have more chances of making money.
I'm going to disagree. And
Go
I'll tell
ahead.
you why.
Go ahead.
I'd rather, if I'm in a poor country, for example, I'd rather have money than IQ.
Fair. I agree.
Right?
I agree.
That's facts.
I agree.
You know, in terms of, and we're just talking about not like the happiest life.
I
I'm
agree,
talking
'cause in
about
a-
the easiest.
Because in a poor country,
Yeah.
a high IQ might get you killed.
Yeah.
They want to keep the people poor and dumb. Shout out my people in Haiti. That's what they tried to do in Haiti in the 70s. All the people that had education had to flee the country.
Yeah.
They had to leave
Because they were getting-
they were getting X'd off.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody that had education and that could get the education. It's not only that you had to have the money, but you had to have the academics and the IQ to stay in school. And they try to X them off. So,
Cool. This is a weird one. I don't know how you can feel about this one. Food privilege.
what do you mean? What does
Like
that
healthy
mean?
food privilege.
Oh, yeah. No,
Where do you
that's
rank
a
that?
big thing.
Where do you rank that?
That's S tier.
S tier.
Yes, because it affects the whole rest of your body. Like the whole rest of your body and how you live. Big or small. I got some friends, they pretty big. By society standards, they fat. But they were around healthy food, so they good.
Yeah. Their arteries are not
They
clogged
good.
up with
Their
cholesterol.
arteries are not clogged. They big.
Yeah.
Big chicks. Arteries are not clogged. They're doing good. They're doing great.
They're not at risk for like heart
They're
disease.
not at risk for diabetes or whatnot because they were around some good food around them. Whereas I seen some kidney people that they were living in the hood.
McDonald's.
They have the McDonald's.
By the time they're 35, high blood pressure.
High blood pressure.
Yeah, that
they chop off one of their foot like they did Kunta Kinte. Like they, you know what I mean?
All right.
Just because of the location. So it kind of goes with geography privilege within your country, right?
Yeah. Indian Native American privilege.
D.
D.
Oh no. That's you put it in C. I said D.
D. Impossible.
I said D.
Okay. You're very well versed in this, so I'm going to let you go.
Because right there and then, it comes with a whole lot of baggage. When you're Native American, it comes with a whole baggage of family and what they did to your family and everything and stuff. But it comes with the geography. Like, you can't It comes with that.
You're talking about some native reserves where they don't have access to clean water.
Clean water in Canada, in the States today. Okay?
Yeah.
So it comes without access to water. It comes with poor services sometimes. It comes with, they don't pay taxes, but they seclude them some kind of like.
On the reserve?
And if you try to get out of the reserve and get an address on a normal land, you lose your privilege of not paying taxes. Your reparations is gone. So they want to keep you there.
Yeah, but speak on the historical aspect. I think it's really important. Speak on it specifically in Canada.
In Canada, up until
There you go.
1996, that's yesterday. Up until 1996, they would kidnap indigenous kid and they would put them in schools. And basically those schools, boarding schools, and basically what those schools were doing, it was to erase the Indian in the child. And it was an actual saying that they had. It's not me trying to do some marketing. That's what they try to do. They try to erase the Indian in the child. Okay, so they couldn't practice none of their religion. They couldn't practice all the rituals. They couldn't speak the language. They couldn't conversate with other people in their language. They cut their hair just because they did the same thing they did black people. Cut their hair because they didn't want to, affiliate and stuff like that. So you couldn't have long hair. You couldn't speak your language. You couldn't nothing. You couldn't wear your attire that had pride with you. They wanted to turn you white, basically.
Didn't they discover a mass grave recently?
Listen. They went to these old sites of all these boarding schools, these residential schools, these residential schools that they had. And they went there and they started digging and they found remains of kids.
How many?
I think right now we're at 1,500 that they found. That were just
1,500 remains of kids.
That they found. That they just,
1,500.
like that. 1,500 kids like that. And they're still counting because as we speak right now, they're still digging and doing recoveries of they didn't discover them, they're recovering them. Let's be honest with them. That's what something that was happening before and that the Catholics were doing with the natives. That's what happened. So you have all of that. And what was happening, the treatment that was happening in those schools was horrible. The life expectancy when they would kidnap you and you would get into a school, your life expectancy, you had 61% chances of dying. I don't know what kind of school that is. 61 chances of dying in that school within 2 years. So it was pretty bad. And then after that, those kids, when the remaining kids that are survivors, so now all the Native Americans that you have in Canada that are right now are basically either the kids of the people that went, like their grandparents went to that school, or their parents went to those schools with all those traumas, without any help, without any mental help, with anything. So they're just left like that with all their trauma to just be an adult. They were Weinstein, they were Epstein, all the teens. And we just left them like that to just go on. So you go like that and you get kidnapped with a bunch of people that you know from your reserve, and then you live through that and you see them die. The same thing as a soldier, basically. And now these people are living with all that trauma. So yeah, with all that baggage, I put in the D. Just the fact that black people had to overcome everything that we overcame, and we still at the point where we at dealing with our shit. And it happened, segregation stopped in 1965, and we're still dealing with the shit that we're doing, the George Floyd and stuff like that. The Native American in Canada, the Native Americans dealt with that in 96 until 96. So it's still not.
All right. Next up, we got male privilege.
B?
Go for it. Why?
No, I actually put it in the A.
I put it at A too.
I put it at A, not B. I put it at A. A.
You want to put it at A?
Because I'd rather be a man than a woman.
You damn right, nigga.
And yeah, there's some problems with being a man.
Would you rather get f***ed or be the fuckee?
There's some man that bottoms.
True.
So, I don't.
I'm just talking about the general. You know what I mean? For most of us, we know what it is.
But anyways, at the end of the day,
I'm just saying, hey, listen, man. Hey, do you want to bleed once a month or not? Do you want to carry a baby for 9 months or just be like, baby, it's going to be okay?
Maybe. I hope so.
You damn right. I'm not saying that women don't have supreme advantages, which is why I put them at B tier, which is normal mode. Mm-hmm. But if I have to choose between the two, I'm going to choose being a man.
Yeah, that's why I said I put woman at B.
Yeah. That's why if like women say that, yo, I want free tampons. I'm like, yeah, you should. I'm not bleeding once a month.
They damn well
That's a
should.
you problem.
They damn well should.
Birth control? Woo. Ugh.
Ooh, don't let me get like a politician and rule this country. There's a lot of things that gonna change people are gonna be pissed off about. But
All right. So I think we can reach the end here. Pretty much got to the end. Wait, do we say white privilege?
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
Next time we do food.
We can do food.
Food around the world.
Brazil right to the bottom. Poland right to
Sorry.
the bottom.
Like
Pierogies. You fuck with pierogies?
Brazil. I like pierogies, but I mean,
Is it S tier?
it's not S tier.
Is it even D tier?
Brazil,
All the way
you
down.
got good barbecue, but everybody barbecues.
Yep. There's a bunch of y'all that going straight to the bottom. And there's a couple.
Everybody's gonna be offended that they go into the bottom.
Oh yeah, yeah. The way my mom, and nobody cares about your mom. Okay, we got to be objective.
And if it has to be your mom, that proves the point because she does it differently.
right.
Therefore, she is the exception.
Damn right. So that's my. We definitely. If you want to see us do that video, let us know in the comments. And again, this video is not to be like your life was easy or your life was hard. It's just recognizing the advantages. Right? Being tall is being better than being short.
This is an exercise that everybody should do. This is something that like makes you think about your own privilege, even if you're not in what is top privilege for you. It's a good conversation to have.
Yeah.
It's good to know. It's part of, the self-awareness program. You have to be self-aware of what you have and what you don't have. It doesn't make you better than everybody. It doesn't make you shittier than people. It just is what it is. That's it.
That's right. If you acknowledge that there's downsides to being ugly, that means you recognize there's a privilege in being beautiful. If you acknowledge that there's a downside with being poor, you acknowledge there's privilege with being rich. That's all it is.
No,
it's not to be
everybody-
like, you rich people need to self-flagellate. It's not that. We're having fun. Okay? So just take the stick out of your ass. We're having a good time. We're just chatting. Keep it pushing.
It's just a video. It's
That's
not a
it.
dick. Don't take it
That's
as hard.
But anyways, if you guys want to try it, it's in the link below. All right? Go check it out.
Yo sabré reír, yo sabré llorar, yo sabré entregarte mi cariño.
Negra,
Negra que te quiero,
cosa,
negra presuntuosa,
mira,
que me estoy muriendo,
dame,
vida de tu boca,
bota,
que me está pisando los talones de la libertad.
negra,
Negra que te quiero.
Fit privilege.
Fit privilege, easy mode.
Easy mode.
Because right away, right from the start, people are gonna assume that you are healthy. People are gonna assume that you're healthy, that you're good looking, and everything and stuff. Even though you take a whole lot of things in your body to enhance all of that, and it's not gonna show.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to put fit at normal because of the maintenance and the work that goes into actually having to maintain it. It's not something that you get and you keep.
No,
it's something
I
that you have to constantly upkeep. Whereas if I was to take something like light skin privilege, you got it or you don't.
Okay.
So I wouldn't put on the same par. Go for
I
it.
understand what you're saying. Let's say, do you think that you have to do some kind of work to upkeep the money that you have? Does the money that you have bring you privilege? We're just talking about the privilege here, not the work that it has to be done
I get
and
what
what
you're
it gets you. So yeah, you have to have work. You know what I mean? Like I have to maintain my hair and shit like that, or I choose not to, but it doesn't matter.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you on that point. First privilege.
Oh my
This is
god!
right here in the bottom left. Okay, that's trans privilege. Where would you rank trans privilege? Right now, you're just making calculations. All right, what can I say and get away with?
No matter what I say, I'm not gonna get away with.
Okay, go for it.
So it depends. It depends. It depends on a lot of factors. That's just one out of many. If
Just transness.
just trans privilege.
Yes, I identify as an intersectional feminist. Okay,
No,
so
you're
I
not.
recognize that black people exist. I'm a good person.
Okay, where do we put it?
If Riley Day Janice was watching, where would you rank her privilege?
C.
C tier. You think it's hard mode?
Yeah, I think it's hard mode.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's really hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you not being in your body, not feeling your body and stuff like that.
Okay. If
mentally,
you had to choose between trans women and trans man, you gonna rank them at the same level?
no.
LGBTQ2IA privilege.
Normal mode.
Normal mode?
No,
Yeah, in this day and age, being gay,
in this day and
gay
age.
people
And I'm
are
talking
hyper
about,
successful.
And I'm talking about America. I'm talking about the Americas. You know what I mean?
West,
And I'm talking
the
about West.
Okay.
I'm not talking about no Arabic countries. I'm not talking about.
Yeah. You're not getting stoned to death.
No Jamaica. I'm not talking about.
London.
Other countries, you know, but you know, I'm not talking about that. You know what I mean?
All right, Bati boy. So
I am not afraid. You know what I mean?
you are in some countries.
Well,
I will put it at easy mode. I think, and the reason why I would put it at easy mode, you know, in terms of like the gayness stuff, is because
you can shut the fuck up about it.
what you mean?
You can shut the fuck up about it. Shut the fuck up about it, motherfucker. Like people don't know.
Yes, that's true.
I mean,
But if you think about it, like especially gay men are hyper successful. It's crazy how overrepresented they
Yeah.
are in like successful tiers
Yeah.
of life. Now they still face some levels of discrimination.
Definitely.
But I mean, if you in the gay village, they're kings. So I'm gonna put them in easy mode.
even in the media.
Yay! You can't talk about yay. Pause. So